experiments have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Hitman Modern Warfare 3, Part 3, set on Ambrose Island, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone playing along, and of course has been supplied to us courtesy of Contracts Agency. So on to our briefing. Good evening 47. Now we're on the up and ups of the Militar. I've located high-ranking members of Novikov's Militar, Noel Crest and Orson Mills. Novikov has sent in about a quarter of his Militar, including Mills and Crest, to the Adanum Sea to try and recruit a small army of pirates, led by one Sinir Aka Ventan. Still no sign of the virus, but we are suspecting a hospital in Japan to be the place of development. Good luck 47. So today we have 3 targets available to us. We have no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so we have a free map. So for today's challenge we will be starting as the metal worker, and we'll be bringing with us a vial of lethal poison and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to put down the welding torch here. Make sure we turn off the gas. We are going to grab up the wrench here. That will come in handy a bit later on. We're going to make our way into the bar and retrieve the crowbar from within, and then just outside to the left of the door we will be in a little secluded area where we can take out the 2 cameras on the post opposite us, and then we can then make our way into Aka's inner compound. So we're going to use the crowbar, bust the door open and run right to the other side. Just keep running, you won't be spotted, all the way around. That guard who almost spotted you has now followed you around, moving him away from this area where we can then climb up onto the first floor. Unfortunately up here we do have to wait out a relatively lengthy conversation between Aka and some of her guards, but eventually she does leave, and we're just going to wait for her guard to follow her out. There he goes. So once they're nice and safely clear, we can then duck in through the window, and we're going to add our lethal poison to the glass on the desk here, or the shelf, or the bar, as there are a lot of alcoholic drinks available. And then we're going to duck back out of the window. Now, for the purposes of the video, I'm sticking around for the kill, but I do not recommend it as you will be here for some time. So eventually Aka will return and she will drink the glass, and she will then fall like a tree. Now as you can see, that happens right in front of one of her guards. So even though it doesn't affect us in the way of a silent assassin, we are kept waiting in that box for a considerable time, which is why I recommend, once you've poisoned the glass, duck directly out of the window and out of the rear of the compound here to avoid the enforcers. And we're now going to head for the old ruins, which is just over by the bridge here, and we're going to secure our exit. So just up here we're going to run up the stairs. There'll be that patrolling guard along with another guard right here, and this is where our wrench is going to come in handy, I believe, because the 2 guards, one patrolling and one not, will meet up and they will start a conversation. And once that conversation starts, we're going to throw our wrench right over into the corner there by the pile of rubble. That will get both of their attention, and hopefully the guard leaning on the wall facing the table will be the one to go and collect whatever it is we've thrown. in this case the wrench. That will leave the area clear for us to grab the submarine keys and make good our escape. So next up we're going to head over to the bridge for the ancient ruins, passing Mr. Jaeger and the hippie whose name I've forgotten at the moment. We're going to grab the shovel along the way. We're going to need another melee item. We don't want to be using the crowbar just yet. So once we get out onto the bridge, we are going to use said crowbar to loosen the boards here. Just make sure the patrolling guard isn't looking. And then into the bushes just at the end. Now unfortunately, as you can see, I moved a bit quickly and distracted our guard slightly. So when he gets into position, I'm going to waste absolutely no time at all in rendering him unconscious and getting him in the bushes before the guard patrolling across the bridge returns. So we want to get him into the bushes out of sight. We're going to take his outfit. We can leave his gun where it is. We can also leave the shovel. We don't need that. I opt to take out the surveillance camera here. You don't actually have to do it, but we do need to collect up the frog that will be just in front of us. So we're just going to wait for the guard who was distracted by us shooting the camera to go back to his seat. And then if we look to our right slightly and down, we will see a lethal frog. There he is. So we're going to bolt out of the bushes, grab the frog. If you miss him, don't worry, there's another one just here. And then we're going to make our way up into the ruins. Be aware of Orson Mills, who will be an enforcer. So we just want to approach the table here on this upper floor of the ruins. Make sure everyone has their backs to us. And then we can add the lethal frog to the bottle of water there. Now again, for the purposes of the video, I will stick around for the kill. Although you really don't have to. And I don't recommend it. What I do recommend is that you move down the stairs that I'm currently stood at and make your way down to the communications center area just by the camp kitchen there and await further instructions. So eventually Mr. Mills here will return and he will firstly study his drawings on the table before taking a drink from the now poisoned glass of water or bottle of water, and he will go down rather slowly. So at this point we are now going to make our way down to the communications area. We're just going to hop over this ledge here and down to avoid the enforcer you can see there, and then into the bushes just behind us, pulling out our silenced pistol, and we're just going to shoot the computer monitors. I'm going to shoot the central one. That will bring down the communications, and that will force Noel Crest, to come over to this area to investigate. And when he finishes his investigation and leaves, he will make his way back to the main part of the island via the bridge over the loosened boards. And we, for the purposes of the video once again, are going to make our way there in advance, as we have plenty of time in which to get there. And we are going to wait and watch the kill. Again, I recommend not sticking around if you so wish, especially if you're trying to keep your silent assassin rating, as Noel Crest will be an enforcer. I can't remember if there are other enforcers with him or not, but usually it is best to just vacate immediately. But for the purposes of the video and for the theatrics of it, we are going to stick around and watch Noel Crest take a short flying lesson followed by a very quick swimming lesson, of neither of which he does very well. And that's our final target taken care of. All that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and because we have the submarine keys, the submarine will be the nearest available exit just at the foot of the cliffs here. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. I'm quite enjoying this Modern Warfare series. We get confirmation our targets have been eliminated according to plan. There were no objectives, so we get our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.